Hi, I'm Leanne McLean, and today I wanted to take a couple of moments to really explain to you what cellular release hypnotherapy is. So, cellular release hypnotherapy really is one of the most effective techniques available today for healing, and there are really only a few practitioners that are certified in this modality. Today, we're going to look at the areas of your life where CRT can be effective in healing, why emotions are so important, some of the science behind cellular release therapy, and the transpersonal aspect of cellular release hypnotherapy. This is where science meets spirituality, and to me, this is really, really exciting. Cellular release hypnotherapy can really help you overcome so many parts of your life that you may feel stuck in, helping you to overcome any blocks that are keeping you stuck in any area of your life that you want to work on, including like things like losing weight, making more money, healing from physical or emotional pain, healing trauma, that's huge, healing from abusive relationships, improving the relationships that you're in, gaining self-confidence, feeling whole again, being less anxious, learning tools to make better decisions, trusting your intuition, trusting something trusting in something bigger than yourself, and generally feeling lighter, being happier, and in any way that you want to, just living a better life than what you're living today. So, I'm Leanne. I am a transpersonal hypnotherapist specializing in cellular release hypnotherapy. I started this journey as a client, and when I realized just how tremendous this work is, I decided to go to the other side of the cushion and actually become a therapist. I'm also a medical intuitive, I'm a transformational healer, a heart math coach, and a reconnected healer. In any area of your life that is not all that it could be, there's always an emotional component that is often overlooked. So, health, general well being, weight, relationships, emotional health, financial health. There's always an emotional component that is overlooked. And these emotions, this emotional component is usually there because it is caused by a past experience or traumas, and these experiences and traumas get recorded and locked into your subconscious mind. Now, let's look at traumatic events because this is really, really important. So, any traumatic event is not traumatic because of the actual event, but it becomes traumatic depending on the emotion that you tie to the event. So, in other words, it's not the event itself, but it is the emotion that you tie to the event that makes it traumatic. All traumatic events are stored in our bodies at a cellular level. When you experience a traumatic event, you actually have a physical chemical reaction. You get a burst of acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter chemical. And that actually locks all of these emotions into every cell of your body. Over time, these emotions, they turmoil and they fester, and this in turn turns into pain and disease. They create the limiting beliefs about our ability to have the quality of life that we want, quality relationships, make more money, all of the things that we struggle with. Or they lead to creating bad habits and phobias. So everyone is familiar with muscle memory in the physical body. And this is similar, but it's more like emotional memory stored in your cells. So it's cellular memory. This cellular memory is locked into your cells with thousands of neuropeptides and hormones. And when you feel triggered, your cellular memory is what is reacting. So, because your subconscious mind does not differentiate between past and present events, it actually thinks that you are back re-experiencing the traumatic event, and you have that same chemical reaction over and over and over again, often emitting the same fight, flight, or freeze reactions, those fight, flight, or freeze hormones that keep us stuck. So cellular release hypnotherapy allows you to release those hormones in your cells, and you don't actually lose the memory of the event. But what happens is that without those fight, flight, or freeze hormones, you have a different reaction when you remember the event, and so you don't get triggered by it. cellular release hypnotherapy is work that is actually done in a very deep meditative state or a trance-like state. It's very much like a guided meditation. In this state, you're able to release all of the hormones that are associated with the experiences. You release all the fears and you release all the feelings. So once your subconscious mind releases all of this is when your life changes dramatically. This is when the healing really, really starts. So on a physical level, it is that acetylcholine is now getting unlocked and released from your cells. And so there's also a really very deep physical detox that is happening. I want to talk for a moment a little bit about the role of your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind actually controls 95% of the decisions that you make. You may believe that your conscious mind is in control, but really it isn't. So there are a lot of things that we do, especially those things that we do that we don't understand. And these are actually protective mechanisms that were put in place by your subconscious mind. However, sometimes as we grow and become new people, our subconscious mind, these protective mechanisms, they just simply become outdated. And because your subconscious mind has no volition of its own, we often need to reprogram its faulty software. And this is a lot of what CRT is doing, is reprogramming that faulty software in your subconscious mind. Let's take a minute and look at different brainwave states, because this is really, really important. So whenever you're doing a meditation, which is what hypnotherapy is, you are actually lowering your brainwave states. So beta is where we are now, talking, being interactive. Alpha is like driving home on autopilot. Theta is that sweet spot between just falling asleep and sleep. So delta is that deep, deep sleep, deep sleep. So this work where I want you to be is in a trance-like state, which is in that sweet spot between theta and delta. So I want you to be conscious and alert, but yet super, super relaxed. In this state of neuroplasticity, we are literally rewiring your brain to take on a different belief system. And that is the science behind all of this. This is super important. We are literally rewiring your brain to take on a different belief system. So then the spiritual part, and I love this part. I love it when science and spirituality come together. So incorporating both science and spirituality is the key to cellular release therapy. So when you're in a trance state, like I said, that sweet spot between theta and delta, this is where the magic happens. This is where you enter the collective consciousness, the quantum field, and this is where everything is possible. This is sacred space. This is sacred space. So think of the quantum field as like a huge database. And in there, in that database, this is where all of the information is held. Everything that you need to know, all of it is in there. All of the information is in there that you need to heal. And the way to access this information is through your cells. So let's think about this for a minute. Your cells are actually very, very small parts of our body. Your cells are made up of atoms, and the atoms are made up of mostly space. We're going down a little bit deeper and deeper. So you got cells, atoms. Atoms are made up of mostly space. So now we are accessing that space, that space that is within all of us, into that deep, deep space. And in this state, you are actually becoming less matter and more energy. And when you are less matter and more energy, you're truly able to connect with a greater consciousness. And this is the consciousness of you. This is really what you are made out of. So you are tapping into higher frequencies of light and information, and you are entering into that space where all things are possible, where everything exists, finding the you that is whole. And then bringing all of that back in through your cells into matter and into your current reality. I think it's like fascinating and exciting. So now, this is really not that woo-woo or really, really not that out there. There is a ton of scientific research measuring the brainwave patterns of people doing miraculous things, curing cancer, curing all types of diseases, curing their pain completely. Whatever emotional or physical pain that you are in, it can be completely cured. So I work hand in hand with your higher self, empowering you to heal. I really simply accompany you on your healing journey. I am your guide. So I'm actually talking about having profound spiritual experiences that awaken you to what is possible and to the healing that you need. You were designed to be whole and complete. You just have to tap into that frequency. So I want you also to know and to believe that you are in charge. You are 100% in charge, and that you can and do create your own reality. Now, this is exciting too. We are holographic beings, and your subconscious is really a bridge to your soul. Because of this, and because the work is done when you're tapped into the quantum field, you are able to heal every experience that has caused you to have difficulty in the area of your life that you're working on. It's all encompassing. With one question, you can heal every experience, even those experiences that you don't remember. And so if you know, generally speaking, that something has happened to you, but you don't want to remember all of the little details or every single event, that doesn't matter. Because of being holographic beings, it's all encompassing, all incorporating. So, and therefore, you don't actually have to relive any of the traumatic experiences that you have had. I just need a couple of the details that you already remember, and we're good to go. So you can also heal this way from past, parallel, and even future life experiences. So that's why it's like in the quantum field and all encompassing and just phenomenal healing. So, you can start to heal cultural wounds, and imagine that if you have an experience and you continue to relive this trauma over and over again, you will prevent that from happening in your future. Your soul knows exactly how and what needs to be healed. And when we tap into into your soul, into your whole being, it's magic. It's just magic. So a little bit on to the how this work, what sessions look like. All sessions are done online. And once you're put into a trance state, I speak directly to your subconscious mind. And because I want you to be able to stay in a deeper trance state, I ask you yes and no questions, and then I have you answer me using idiomotor signals with your fingers. One of the great things about this is that you can be in the comfort of your home or office in this safe space that you have already created for yourself. There's no commute time to get to sessions. You can be in a recliner or a couch or your bed. You just need to set up your device as I've illustrated here. You just need to set up your device, your computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever, so that I can see your torso, your head, and your fingers. It's nice to have headphones to keep you focused and to tune out any other noises. And when we actually are, in the session, I remind you about how all of this is done, so you really don't stress out about it. So some of the frequently asked questions. Can I be hypnotized? Yes. Anybody can be hypnotized, and anybody can benefit from cellular release hypnotherapy. Remember in the brainwave states, and I said that the sweet spot is a lower brainwave state, but I'll be honest with you, some of the most profound healing sessions that I had, I was actually in a higher level of consciousness, a higher brainwave state. So, your soul and your subconscious mind knows exactly what state you need to be in to be hypnotized or to benefit from cellular release hypnotherapy. Again, you are 100% in control. I can never ask you to do anything that you are not willing to do. You can come out of the trance whenever you want to, and you can talk if you want to. The number of sessions will vary for each individual. And you will get benefits from just one session, but remember, really, this is therapy. It's not a quick fix. The longer that we work together, the more benefit that you'll get, bottom line. So, do I offer a guarantee? People often ask me this, and I'm going to say yes, but there are a few things that I really want to be clear about. So, I am a healer, and but with cellular release hypnotherapy, I am empowering you to heal yourself. Your body has the innate ability to heal, and you can heal both emotional and physical pain and trauma. However, oftentimes we are blocking ourselves from healing, and this goes back to the faulty programming in your subconscious mind. So I can guarantee that we will uncover those blocks, which will pave the way for your healing. Think of me as a guide, but you are actually doing all of the healing. Also, I need to tell you that I am not a doctor and I do not give medical advice. I encourage you to continue to work with all of your current practitioners, and I'm happy to visit with them with your permission. It's really what some of my clients have said is that when they were being blocked from healing, receiving the benefits from their doctors or their therapists or like a physical therapist, that this really unblocked what was keeping them from getting the benefits of working with their doctors. So your subconscious mind and your soul knows exactly what needs to be healed. So I don't know what your healing will look like, but I do know that you will get more than you expected. Hypnosis is not new. It has been around for a very, very long time. It was used in ancient times from everything from anesthesia to surgery to dream interpretation. And today it is used for a long list of issues that need to be resolved or personal expansion goals. So here are just a few. Confidence and self-esteem improvement. Improve and heal sleep problems. Managing depression, anxiety, and stress. Clearing emotional charges from painful experiences. Releasing and clearing trauma. Healing fears, phobias, and nightmares. Healing grief. Resolving lifelong issues such as relationship patterns or emotional issues. Resolving weight issues and improve health. Any food related issues or disorders. Support with the treatment of chronic medical conditions. Supporting the relief of chronic pain. Performance improvement in sports and school work, like leadership. I stopped self-sabotaging my business, and now I am making more money. My anxiety ceased, and I know, and now I am able to travel again. I got out of my abusive relationship, and I'm healing from PTSD. My back pain is gone. I am no longer enslaved by my eating disorder. I can sleep again. That was pretty cool to me. One more. Yesterday, I had a more in-tuned trauma session that words cannot describe. It was amazing, and I feel like my mind, body, and soul have been reset, and it's exactly what I needed. And I am forever grateful for this opportunity with Leanne. I was so sick of feeling stuck, broken, and lost. I am definitely not coming out of this journey the same girl. And I do work with both men and women. My goal is to clear your blocks and issues and trauma and emotions from your entire body and energy system, from all time, all space, and all dimensions, from your physical, spiritual, emotional, and energetic bodies. Now, I'm good at what I do because I really have been where you are. I have done this type of hypnotherapy from both sides of the cushion, both as the client and as the therapist. I have firsthand experience of how profound and life-changing this work can be. And I also completely understand where you are at now, what your struggles are, and what is happening for you. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking this time to spend with me today. Timeless Tested Transformation.